Good afternoon. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Now, it is a half an hour late start than advertised. There is a reason for that. I might have to cut this live show a little bit short. I'm expecting an emergency phone call. But whilst we're here, we're going to be talking about Arsene Wenger, Gabriel Jesus, and also some news, some sad news about Aaron Ramsdale and his family and his wife. But before we get into this one, we'll see you on the other side of this music intro. Yes, indeed. Welcome back again to Cannon Fodder TV, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Now, it was supposed to be 11 a.m. kickoff time, but I got delayed, and there's no excuses, but it is an excuse. But before we can get into this one, make sure, guys, that you do just click the like button. That's all you have to do. We're not even asking for subscriptions anymore these days. Just click the like button. Also, coming to a live chat, if we have any time, you probably see, yeah, Balogun is the overlay. There's a particular reason for that. But let's get into this one sooner rather than later. So, I know I'm a little bit late on this one, but Arsene Wenger visits his statue for the first time. So his statue was unofficially unveiled. I think was it last week or week before? I think before I went on my holidays actually. But after coming face to face with his statue for the first time, Arsene Wenger admitted that it was an emotional moment as he now feels part of the club forever. Forever, man, is a long time. It's a long time. But the Arsenal manager returned to the Emirates on Thursday, having been a guest of honour at a game against Monaco, a club that he managed as well. And this time he had the chance to visit the bronze statue depicting him lifting one of the three Premier League titles that he won during the time as Arsenal manager. He was delighted that we will now always be, or he will always be synonymous with a hugely successful period of Arsenal's history. He also claimed 7 FA Cups, as well as play a major part in steering the club through the move from Highbury, I prefer Highbury Stadium, to the current home at the Emirates, where he will now be permanently remembered. He admitted that it's something he is truly touched by. He said, it looks a bit strange to look at yourself not moving, Arsene Wenger said. But it's emotional because it's an honour, and overall, I always wanted to be a part of this club, and somewhere I feel I'm part of the club forever, and that's where I want to be. So I'm happy because I'm where I want to be. So you can go to the Emirates Stadium and you can see his statue. I'm just trying to look on if I know which part of the stadium grounds it is, but I can't. I'll have to take the visit myself and see where it is. 'Cause I don't know where it is. I know it's outside the Emirates Stadium, but located where? The north, south, east, west. Where is it? I need to go to the Emirates and find out where it is. Anyway, the second news segment is literally heartwarming, and it's somewhere close, quite close and emotional to me as well, actually. Now, Aaron Ramsdale, I'm sorry, I was trying to find a news segment. Aaron Ramsdale reveals for the first time the pain of his wife's miscarriage. Arsenal goalkeeper speaks in a bid to help others who have experienced lost pregnancy. Ramsdale also pledged to end dressing room homophobia in heartfelt Players Tribune article. Now, the England international has explained that he was already dealing with pain in his private life before the incident at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. He went on to say that there are things that go on in our lives that the public has no idea about. And the past year has been an emotional rollercoaster for me and my family. He wrote for the Players Tribune. After the high of climbing the top of the Premier League table and going off to my first World Cup, my wife and I found out that we were expecting our first baby. Mikel Arteta gave me a few extra days off after the World Cup, so we went on a brief holiday. It was generally the happiest time of our lives. And yeah, there's no easy way to say this, but I feel like it's important that people know. On the flight home, my wife had a miscarriage. There's really no way that I can describe the pain, that 6-hour flight back to London. Even now, I just want people out there to know that you're not alone if you're going through it yourselves. Now, Arteta offered a Ramsdale additional time off in the middle of the title race with so much pressure on the club. For me, that's a manager, but he opted to play on. 3 days later, we were playing the Spurs in the derby, and for me, that was the only way to get my mind off things. Football has always been my escape. I told the manager I wanted to play, he added. So I said it's kind of close to my heart, if I could say, because my former partner, we had two children together, a boy and a girl, and they're adults and they're in their 30s. But after they were born, my partner at that time also had a miscarriage as well, and it's undescribable. You know, I mean, for your partner who's gone through that, it's it's devastating. It's devastating. So that brings another human element to players. We think that players are just pawns in this big game. They're human beings. They're human beings, you know. But yeah, yeah. So I believe we've run through very, very quickly on those three. Have we? Have we finished? I don't think have we finished? I think I probably missed one off. No, I haven't. There's one more to go. My goodness. Do you know where I've been? I've been in the garden. I've been in the garden doing some work, and I'm also expecting an important phone call. So if it comes through, it comes through, and if it comes through, I'm gonna have to probably cut this live show very, very short. So the last news segment is in regards to Gabriel Jesus, who I understand it has suffered an injury. Now, Arsenal boss gives an injury update on Gabriel Jesus. Arsenal manager Mikel Arteta has given an update on the injured striker Gabriel Jesus. On Wednesday evening, Arsenal were back on the home soil as they took on French La Ligue 1 outfit AS Monaco in the Emirates Cup final. Youssouf Fofana gave the visitors the lead after 31 minutes before Eddie Nketiah dragged the Gunners level with 2 minutes left on the first half. After 90 minutes, the match actually was tied, and then it had to go to penalties. Arsenal ended up lifting the trophy after winning 5-4 on penalties. Prior to the match, it was revealed that Arsenal striker Jesus had sustained a knee injury. The club tweeted, Gabby Jesus missed tonight's game due to a knee injury and would be assessed. After speaking after Arsenal's win against Monaco, Arteta said he had a little procedure this morning. His injury, unfortunately, he's had some discomfort in the knee, and that caused some issues, so they had to go in. He added he's going to be out for a few weeks. So we anticipate, these are my words, I anticipate that he'll be out for the best part of a month. Now, begs the question, what do we do? And these things are going to happen. You can't wrap up the players in cotton wool. Some players are more susceptible to injuries than others. And if memory serves me well, when he was out on World Cup duty, he suffered an injury and he was out for a number of weeks. And pre-season just about to ended, and the Emirates Cup final, what's happened? He's out injured. So what is our insurance policy? Is our insurance policy this player over here? Just trying to get through can't get through the yellow line there. Is Balogun the saviour? Because there's all this talk about, we've got to sell Balogun, take, your choice between Eddie Nketiah and Balogun. Why can't we keep all of them? We know we're short in that department. Keep all of them. So I would say, here's your moment. Eddie Nketiah first, Balogun second. All right, but have those strikers playing. So we've done a poll that I will get into in just a few moments there, but it's going to happen. And it was, listen, Gabriel Jesus is not the most prolific striker, is he? He's not. And anyone tells me otherwise, you must be smoking something. He's not a prolific goal scorer. He's not going to give you, 20 plus goals a season, time after time, or season after season. He's not that kind of striker. But what you can do is to back it up with an additional striker. So we should have gone into the market to buy another striker in the shape or form of Ivan Toney, at least. And I saw someone saying, well, why not Dusan Vlahovic? Well, for me, it's a no. It's a no. We don't always look into the market to buy players is not always a solution. Why not use the players that we have? We have Balogun. We have Eddie Nketiah. We've even got Martinelli. We've got Saka. We've got emergence of Leandro Trossard. So we don't have to go into the market and buy a striker. Use the strikers that we have. And, you know, you're only as good as your last game. And he's out injured. He's going to be out and he's going to miss the beginning of the Premier League, isn't he? So use your insurance policy. Balogun, Nketiah. Well, Eddie Nketiah and Balogun. You might not like it because these are the players that we have. Do we have to go into the market and buy another striker? Personally, I don't think so. I don't think so. Right. So now that is it. These news segments. Dear, it's been a frantic morning, man. Actually, a frantic 2 days being back in the UK. Frantic. I tell you, frantic. Right. So what I need to do now, I need to go into our Twitter feed before we go into the live chat and see who has joined us. If anyone's joined us. Oh, right. So Jonathan, our good friend in Colombia, actually I think he's probably back in Mexico working, has just retweeted that we are live, and of course, John Nageza has also retweeted that we are live. Okay, right. So now I believe I can go into the live chat. Can I go to? No, I can't go in the live chat yet. So we did a poll. I tell you, it's just been one of those days today, man. And it's not even midday. Anyhow, we did a poll in regards to the striker situation. And I thought, let me ask this question. Gabriel Jesus is out. Do we need to buy a striker? Yes or no? And astoundingly, we have already received 329 votes. 3 comments. I'm not responding to those comments just yet. I've just clicked the hearts. But I will respond to those comments there. I think it's about Vadovic. And yes, I think, anyway, I can't remember. And 5 likes. So these are how the numbers have fallen so far. The question is, again, G. Jesus is out. That's not a question. That's a statement. Affirmation. Do we need a new striker? Choose only one. 329 votes, 3 comments, 5 likes. 23% of the votes say no, we don't need to buy a new striker. And of course, 77%, maybe wise, say yes, we do need to buy a striker. Who, I say, who, nay. I'm just joking. Now I believe we can go into a live chat. We can go into a live chat now and see who has joined us. And I hope you like the little kind of different, I thought I'd just try something different, you know, breaking news. And we've got Balogun and we've got click the like button. Oh, there's got a lot of things going on, man. Too many things going on. Let's go into the live chat. Go into the live chat. Again, apologies for the late start, half an hour, because, you know, it's been one of those mornings. I've been making phone calls, drive the wife to work, been in the garden, a phone call, coming in, doing a short, sharp show. Then I'm going to be out in the garden again. I'm going to be on the phones and emails, but I'm not complaining. Not yet, anyway. Anyway, good morning, Colin. Good morning to you. Get it, Alex. Good morning, my friend. Hit that like button, you slackers. You slackers. Hey, Colin, I hope you're all right, because I saw there was a collision with that animal as you were driving, and it damaged your, as we call it, people carrier or SUV. So, Colin, I hope you are safe and well, actually. I saw your video that you put in the Canon 40 TV WhatsApp group. Please stay safe. Oops. Imagine that we need a striker. Who would have ever thought that? Some people don't want to be told, Colin. Good morning, Gooners. John Nageza is in the house. Morning, John. Morning, Cole. Hope the motor's okay. Exactly. I hope you're right. Well, look at the massive bottle of wine on the table. You can't see it now, can you? I tell you what, Colin, these last few days, I mean, give me double the size of that bottle, man. Anyway. Big up to Ramsdale, Rambo 5. Alex has started early on the wine. I tell you what, Yeah, the few days we've had anyway. My truck is waffled. Oh, John, I renamed it instead of a Nissan Titan. It is now called Nissan Zimbroke. Zimbroke. Oh my goodness, Zimbroke. Oh dear. I believe we are a better team with Trossard in the striker spot. Do you know what? I had a discussion a back and forth with somebody about that. It wasn't a back and forth. It was with Gooner Matterz, and I think he's right. He said that Trossard in the middle, not on the wing. He can play on the wing. He's quite versatile, but he poses more of a threat in that pocket there, doesn't he? So I agree. But there was a question I saw someone put on social media. Unpopular opinion. Trossard should be a dead cert to start in the starting 11. I completely agree. Completely agree. Strike opinion, Mohammed Kudus. I've seen that actually. I've seen a bit of that. Good morning, Thai Dinosaurs. I hope you are well. I hope the boys are well. You know, they're obviously off on summer holidays. I'm sure they must be giving you and your wife headaches, man. God, if you need a babysitter, I'm not available. I'm joking. No, I'm not available. We need a striker and quality cover for Saka. What's your thoughts? I said the same thing on another platform during the halftime break when we're playing against Monaco. I said, you know what, it's good, but we still need cover. Who's the cover for Saka, Martinelli? And I was told, well, Reece Nelson. Is Reece Nelson really the competition for Bukayo Saka? I don't think he is. I don't think he is. In regards to the striker position, again, I've said, we need to keep the likes of Balogun. Balogun is hungry. He's strong. He is a little bit arrogant, but tell me which striker is not arrogant. That's the kind of striker that we need. Still unproven and untested in the Premier League for the longest periods. We shouldn't be looking to say, oh, you know, £50 million, sell him. You can't be selling off your crown jewels every transfer window, especially now that Gabriel Jesus is injured. So you're right. But in regards to that competition, I would say we don't need to go to the market because we've got Eddie Nketiah. No matter what you feel about him, wearing a number 14 shirt on £100,000 a week, we've got Balogun. Come on. Come on. Morning tired. Jesus has had many injuries at Man City each year. We need proper cover of quality. But Ty, let me ask you this question: would you say that Balogun should be competition, direct competition for Jesus, or do you think it's Eddie Nketiah? Is he surely not direct competition for that position there? And I know people are going to say, yeah, but he's no Gabriel Jesus. Yes, of course, because he's not been tried and tested in the Premier League, apart from the season before last when he had just two games. Morning, mate. I hope you are well and staying positive. So let's drink some water. Still waiting for the emergency phone call. Trossard and Timber have earned starts, and our fan base learned that party is important. Moving on. I need babysitters or free kids. When can you start? I don't think so. I can't start. I'm like my car. Can't start. Won't start. Have to pay. Won't start. Pay. Will start. So if you want to pay me, I can start. Oh dear. Tyler says, yes, mate. Was great to see Wenger statue unveiled. Yeah, it was. Let me bring up this image here. Where is it? Where is it? Airy is there. There you go. Still not my top three managers. He hasn't made my top three. It's in the top four, but not top three. And that's going to upset some people. But again, that's just the way it is, man. Just it's good to see him back at the Emirates, nonetheless. All right, let's go further in. Morning. For a second, I thought you said morning, Ted. Morning, tired. I'm a little bit tired actually. Morning, Colin. I hope you are well. What's your rating so far on? Oh my goodness! Don't ask him that question. I need to see that statue is as well deserved. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what in locality. I know it's outside the Emirates, but where? North, south, east, west. Anyway. Six mostly due to party not leaving. The gamble on Havertz is not showing well. I'm one of the biggest critics of Arsenal. Edu, Binay Ben Keshem, Richard Garlick, Mikel Arteta, the players. Well, the players, yeah. But I say this with sincerity. I guess we've got to see what he does. When the Premier League kicks off, Colin, let's see what he does. I've just been saying the same thing about Balogun. Needs to be given the opportunity. Let's see what Kai Havertz does in the red and white of Arsenal. I mean, I looked at Declan Rice. He had a couple of chances to score a goal, but you can see it's going to take time for him to understand his teammates as well as the formation and everything that Mikel Arteta is asking of him. It's going to take time. And we're not going to win the Premier League this season, people. I was just been watching Sky Sports, Liverpool. Is it Liverpool or Man United? They just signed a striker. I was thinking. And people think, only Arsenal are going to upgrade and improve. All the other top 5 clubs in the country are going to upgrade and improve in this coming season. What was this? No shading party, Alex. I would never do that. Balogun is untested for me in the Premier League. I would not give him a go, sell him. Edir goes not have the quality to me. He is good, but not good enough. But he scored. And look at this. He is the only player that scored, isn't it? In the final for Arsenal. Nobody else scored. Can Havertz be a striker instead of Jesus? No, he can't. The stats, 3 seasons at Chelsea tells you the information there. Take out all the emotion, the stats, the cold hard stats tells you there. He's good at interceptions and progressing the ball and picking up passes. But when it comes down to, scoring goals, that's one of his Achilles heels. I mean, it's quite good in the air. I think he scored a goal, didn't he, during the pre-season? But to ask him to score best part of 15 plus goals, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So I want to see what Mikel Arteta can do with Kai Havertz. I can see he's probably lacking a little bit of confidence. So I want to see what he can do in the red and white of Arsenal. But to ask him to be the striker, no, Lordy. Aston Villa is building a squad. Pay attention to. Listen, on next week, Tuesday, I'm going to be having James Rowe back on Canon 4 TV. I mean, we were hoping to have James back for the up-and-coming Champions League, but it's going to be an early doors showing on James Rowe. So we're going to be talking about the academy or the lack of academy activity. And we're also going to be talking about Unai Emery. I will say, they say that Arsenal is the only club that has at the beginning, the Arsenal. I would say, or I would differ and say, the Villa are going places. They have been doing their homework, man. They will be going places, and I would say they're possibly top 5 come the end of next season, pushing possibly for Champions League spots. They'll be going places. So you're right. Take heed, take note. Unai Emery, Monchi, they're going places. Would you buy? Who would you buy that's realistic in terms of achievable in the front position? I wouldn't buy anyone. Again, I don't believe that going and spending money is always the best option. Look at what we have first before you go about spending money in the hundreds of millions of pounds. I did say possibly an Ivan Toney, but now given the situation where we are in now, and the question and people have been saying, well, why don't we cash in on Balogun now? Between 40 and 50 million pounds, just sell him. I'm thinking, well, no, because we need squad in numbers, squad in depth and quality, but he is untested relatively in the Premier League. So I wouldn't be looking to buy any strikers, given the situation that we are in now. I had a couple upgraded the inside. Oh, good question, especially the phone signals. Good question, because the last time I was there, about 2 seasons ago, the phone signal, it's terrible. It's like being wrapped up in tin foil. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. But that's a good question. I need to find out from my sources. My resources? I don't have any resources. My sources. But that's a very good question. I have no idea. I have no idea. Right. All right. Oops. Just give you guys a quick heads up. We're going to be wrapping up this very, very shortly. I'm expecting 2 phone calls. One, actually, both of them are very, very important. Before I head up into the garden and finish off a bit of garden work that I have to do, because I'm expecting some relatives from just around the corner from Colombia. That's right, I said it. Oops. We have slightly upgraded the squad from last season. My concern is now this manager uses the depth, and if he can not play favourites. Yeah, there's been that question mark about using his favourites over and over again, given that they are fatigued, tired, or needing a rest, and he will play them until the cows come home. And as you know, the cows never come home, which means, what does that mean? It just means he never plays them. But do you know what I was thinking, Colin? I was thinking, and I've been thinking about this for the longest time. I've never played poker. I've never played blackjack, all those games when you go to a casino that you play. You can have a good hand and not know how to play a hand. You know what I mean by, the cards. And most of the time, I believe that Arteta just doesn't know how to play the players, if that makes any sense. So I would say, yeah, we've improved with the players that we have, but does he really know how to play them at the right time? How to rotate what it needs to, what it requires to make the substitutions. Does he really know that still? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. So, new season, roll on, man. Roll on, new season. Oops, what's happened? Oh, what have I done? What do you think about Vieira? I'm still not convinced. Again, when I was on the live chat on his platform during the half time, Arsenal versus Monaco, I put in there that for me, Vieira needs a loan spell elsewhere. Well, of course, it has to be elsewhere. Loan spell, season-long loan spell. And you can't tell me that he will always come ahead of Emile Smith-Rowe. Never. No. To me, he looked short. I'm still not impressed with him. Surely, you mean Fabio. Sell him. Bag of chips and a soda pop. That's quite harsh. That's quite harsh. That's quite harsh, isn't it? I thought I was harsh, but that's harsh. Soda pop and the Smith to the Rowe every single day. And there's another player that he should never come in before. There was another player. I was thinking, Fabio playing ahead of this player and Emile Smith-Rowe, because Smith-Rowe was out injured for certain parts of the season, and Smith-Rowe was getting in even for this player. Who was it? I can't remember. But no, loan spell for me. Loan spell. Right. Do you know what? We have come to an end. Just a few seconds short before the half-hour break here. I do apologise for the late start. I imagine maybe we lost some viewers. I think some people were waiting for me to crack on at 11 a.m. and I just wasn't here. I was out in the garden. Had to get it done first before I came inside here. waiting for an important phone call. And now it's 2 phone calls. Anyhow, I will be back later. I will be. I promise. I will be back later on this evening, giving you some more live news. I'm actually reviewing the news of today. Arsene Wenger, Gabriel Jesus, and the sad news. Well, yeah, even more heartwarming news about Aaron Ramsdale saying, you know what, people don't know a lot, and it's true. You guys don't know everything that happens in my life. I might give you little snippets, but he's right, you know. But we will review that. And there was some news about Albert Samuel Congo that I wanted to talk about, but our time literally has just run out. Anyhow, people, let me know what you think about this. They do that in cricket, don't they? It's gone to the VAR. Let me know what you think about the new graphics. And we shall see you later on this evening. Until then, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.